Well, hello everybody. Good afternoon and welcome to Frontier Justice. How's everybody doing today? Doing I want to introduce my lovely wife. This is Bryn Brown. I'm Mike Brown. We are the founders and owners of Frontier Justice, and it gives me great pride to be here today, which is probably arguably the best day for the Second Amendment in the United States. To secure rights for the Second Amendment and our freedoms of the Constitution, and we've got some great folks here today that have done all the hard work and heavy lifting on behalf of the people of America and Missouri. And I'd like to go ahead and introduce Senator Burleson first, so he can give a little talk about the work he's been doing down in Jeff City.
This is a beautiful location. I walked in the door and I think they're going to need a mop to pick up all the drool that I left as I came through here. This effort was not just done by myself or Representative Taylor or Representative Davidson. This is an effort that has taken years and years to get to this point. And I want to say thank you to everyone who was involved. And if I missed you, I apologize, but I'm going to try to do my best to recognize those who did such a hard job to get here. First, Representative Doug Funderburk, who was not able to make it here today. He was the first original sponsor of this language back in 2013 when we almost got it passed and made it to the governor's desk, but it was a different governor. It's taken a good governor to get this done this year. This language, if you've ever taken a chance to read it, it is poetic, it is beautiful, and it's bold and it's strong. And the language was not crafted by myself, it was written by a gentleman named Dave Rowland, who is a brilliant legal scholar who helped write this language. And as well as it took consulting from another attorney in our state who has dedicated his life to the Second Amendment causes, helping me pass things like constitutional carry and stand your ground. And that's Judge Dale Roberts, who is also here today. Also, I want to say thank you to the grassroots and the advocacy groups, without whom we would never have had the momentum or been able to motivate so many lawmakers to understand that this was a priority. And so I want to say thank you to folks like Ron Calzone, who is here. I want to say thank you to Aaron Dorr and the Missouri Firearms Coalition, as well as Steve Lampley and Dr. Ken Spangler with the Missouri Republican Assembly. Without these groups, we would not have been able to get the momentum to be here. Again, this is not, while we legislators were here to sign this, this is your bill. And I want you all to be proud of this and to celebrate this as a major win. Because what we're doing today is taking a stand against a tyrannical federal government. Yes. A leader at the executive level nationally who wants to take away your rights, think of how different it is to have a governor who is leading to ensure and protect and keep your rights safe. It's a dramatic difference and something that we Missourians should be grateful for, to have a leader like Governor Parson. So what we're doing with the stroke of the pen, we are telling this executive leader, this president, who wants to take away our rights in Missouri, that he can go pound sand. So again, I want to say thank you to the House sponsors, Representative Bishop Davidson and Representative Jared Taylor. And with that, I want to turn it over to both of these gentlemen. I'm proud that they are in my Senate district. And anytime you ever want to come down to Southwest Missouri, you're all welcome. It's also God's country. But I will turn things over to Representative Jared Taylor.
Well, thank you all for being here today. I just can't thank you enough. Like Senator Burleson said, if it were left to legislators, this bill would have never been done. This was done because of the grassroots. This was done because each and every one of you took time out of your day to go to Jeff City, to write emails, to make phone calls, and to hold your legislators accountable for what they said they were going to do when they went to Jeff City, which is protect Second Amendment rights in the state of Missouri. Yeah. This bill is because of the effort that you all made. It's groups like Missouri First and Ron Calzone and Aaron Dorr and the Missouri Firearms Coalition and the Missouri Republican Assemblies Organization. It's grassroots like that that got this bill done. This bill is the strongest Second Amendment protection bill in the entire country. We are leading the country in protecting Second Amendment rights here in the state of Missouri. Yeah. Other states have taken this language, something that we started here in the state of Missouri with Dave Rowland and a few others, and they are applying it in their state. I think there's 5 other states that have passed similar legislation, but it's not as strong as Missouri. We're holding our law enforcement accountable. If they violate your Second Amendment rights, there will be consequences. We want to make sure that those rights are protected and that there are enforcement mechanisms in this bill, and because of your hard work, we were able to keep the teeth in this bill. I just want to say thank you again to the governor for signing this bill. I want to say thank you to Representative Bishop Davidson for all his hard work on this bill, and especially Senator Bertelsen, who's always been a great mentor to me, who's been an amazing champion of the Second Amendment in the state of Missouri, and will continue to do so for years to come, and look forward to working with him. I also want to say thanks to my wife and family. I'm sorry. You're over there. And now I want to turn it over to the first co-sponsor of the bill. When I filed this bill, Representative Hardy Billington signed on to this bill, and I asked him, I said, Hardy, I would really like for the Speaker of the House, Rob Vescovo, to be the first co-sponsor, because he made this a priority. He made this a priority. We got this out of the House in February. It was one of the first 3 bills that we got out of the House because of Rob's leadership, because of the Speaker's leadership. And Hardy was willing to step aside and let the Speaker be the first co-sponsor, and then as soon as the Speaker became the first co-sponsor, Hardy Billington co-sponsored as well. And I'm going to turn the microphone over to him and thank him.
Thank you all for coming today. You know, the Second Amendment is your bill. That's who it is. That's why this bill got done, was for all you guys. And also, we got a great governor here who is strong, who loves the Second Amendment, who's going to sign the bill. I'm very grateful for him. I got an AR-15 in my house. Now, no one is coming to get my AR-15. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've had the pleasure through this company to meet some great people, but I will tell you sincerely that I've had the opportunity to get to know them personally, and Governor Parson and his wife Teresa are just absolutely wonderful people, and it is my honor and my privilege to introduce the governor of the state of Missouri, Governor Mike Parson.
Lieutenant Governor was trying to get in here. I don't know if he can get through the security now. Where's Lieutenant? Come on in. We'll let you in here too. So first of all, I just want to, you've heard a lot of speakers today. One of the things I dearly believe in and what this facility represents. It represents Christian values, family values, and the Constitution. And the Second Amendment is deeply enrooted in the Constitution. It is our job to protect the Second Amendment. So I'm very glad. And for Mike and Bryn to open this up today and to wear what they believe on their shirt sleeves every day, Couldn't be more proud to sign it here at Frontier Justice and the facilities that they have and what this represents. So it's great to be here in Lee Summit today to be able to do this. I also want to just make a comment as the speakers were up here today. When I first went to Jeff City related to the Second Amendment, me and a former sheriff introduced a piece of legislation called the Castle Doctrine here in the state of Missouri, and it ended up going national. I didn't quite know it was going to be in the headline news last year as much as it was. But thankful for now. So when these pieces of legislation are passed, you never know what the end result of those are going to be someday. But again, it's about protecting individual rights. And look, the federal government, you've had the Vice President of the United States get up in an open forum when she was running for president, if you remember this, and any particular weapon she decided she didn't like, she was going to come to your house on your front door and take it away. Well, not in Missouri, she's not. The purpose of this bill, as you heard, the senators and the reps are up here and all the hard work they've done to make this happen. The purpose is this, to stand up to the federal government, which we have to do as individuals, and be able to go up there and say, look, we are the people. We're the people. You're not the people. And we're going to do things to make sure you don't overreach your authority from the federal government, as we say day in and day out. When the federal government seems to want to tell us what it is we're supposed to believe, it's the opposite of that. We're the ones that are representing the people of the United States of America. We are. And trust me, the states are the firewall to the federal government. If we haven't learned that in the last 14 months, I don't know when we're ever going to get that on that. The Second Amendment, Christian values, what we believe in. Nobody should be able to tell us what to believe in, what not to believe in. Nobody should tell us how to live our lives. Nobody should tell you when you can go to church and when you can't go to church. Nobody should be able to tell you how many people can come in your home and not come in your home. No one should be able to do that. And sure, government's place is not to do that. The Second Amendment was a fundamental that was passed down by our forefathers. And let me tell you how important that is for all of you that are here, especially for you young kids that are here. And thank you for being here today. All of you young people that are here today. This has been passed down from generation to generation to generation. And the Second Amendment has always stood because it was the way to protect ourselves from government. That's what that was. And I tell you, it's our time. It's mine and your time today that's here to stand up, to take a stance, and protect the Constitution, protect the Bill of Rights, protect the Declaration of Independence. And here we are today in Lee Summit. It is our time to protect the Second Amendment. This is exactly what this bill does. And it's time to get this thing signed and get it into law. Y'all ready for that? We're good. We're good, I think. All right, is everybody up here? All right, so we're going to make a few signatures here, and I'll be handing these out to the legislators, but once it's signed, and this has a mercy clause in it, does it not? That's right. So today's the day. So here we go. You don't have to be real quiet either. This is kind of fun. Mike and Bryn also said while you're here you can help the economy of the state of Missouri, and I'm all for that. So join me.